So back to the big trip.
I like this research, mind you. I've done some interviews, mate, and it hasn't been this thorough.
It's called a statistician.
Tom's done it.
Yeah, it helps when you kind of know each other. He'd know how many hairs are on your head, I reckon. Yeah. No. So the big trip, back to this. A few interesting characters on there. What's it like hosting a TV show?
Yeah, it's good fun. I mean, the good thing is because in that circumstance, for the big trip, there was a lot of challenges that would... they put hair on your chest, as my dad used to say. Like, there was night diving with sharks. You were being dangled from a crane. You were... I'm trying to think of some of the others. There was some pretty intense stuff. And so the great thing as a host is you're like...
You're just watching him.
You get to do that. I don't have to do it. So I found that a lot more... I found that a lot more fun than actually doing those things. Although all the contestants did an amazing job.
And they got out alive. So that's a good start.
Yeah, it is a win. It is a win.
It is a win. That's the first thing. When did
People dying does tend to put a bit of like a sour note on things.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the greatest outcome if you had a dead person.
For a lot of things, to be honest.
For everything.
For most situations,
if you walked out of here dead,
real...
if you walked into this podcast and you came out dead, I wouldn't have a good name.
No.
My reputation would be detrimented.
That's true. There would be a black mark on the Sporting Fixes.
I think this podcast would be gone if you came out dead.
I mean, although the popularity may rise, they're like, the podcast that kills people.
Well, they might be like, yes, Thorno's dead.
Well, that's true. You say there's 130,000 fans that are into me. There's 7 billion people on the planet. The numbers are against me, mate. There's a lot more people that don't seem to be into me. 7 billion
are on my side now.
You've won them over.
I know. When did you get the call up to host?
It wasn't a couple of months beforehand.
Were you like, yep, I'm in? Or were you like, give me a think?
Well, we didn't know about the show, so I didn't know what the show was. And you're like, oh, what's this show all about? And then I met Dan Collis, the guy who put it all together, and he was really nice. And I thought, this sounds like a lot of fun.
How long did you take to shoot it from start to finish?
Mate, it was only the 2 weeks, because the whole series, that he'd say there's only 2 weeks to get from Woe to Go. So the whole start of the show is we've got to drive from the Nullarbor and get to Sydney within 2 weeks. But then we had all these challenges along the way, and we did do it in 2 weeks. And that was a lot, mate.
Ned Brockman did it in like 40 days. Oh, that was from one end to the other.
I mean, Ned was running.
In
their defence, these guys were in cars. They were in Kia cars.
Come on, Ned. Up your game.
So it was, it was a fair amount of work.
Yeah.
Because we had to film everything, get all these things done and all that kind of stuff. But it was fun.